Welcome to the Soul Material Podcast, the podcast you cheer for. I'm your man, the OGEO,
It's T Martin, the Street Shark.
and we're here to give you that clarity over popularity. Once again, it is on, and we're going to bring up a topic that has been a major concern for the Shark and I for a while. The shoebox. What happened to the importance, the significance of the shoebox in the hobby to the consumer and overall? So we're going to peel back some layers on possibly what happened historically, restorations, preserving, and so forth with the sneakers. So Shark, tell us about what happened to the shoebox, and particularly people who are watching visually. You see already where the Shark and I stand because you see our backgrounds and how we still stack our sneakers like it's 1995. But Shark, tell us, man, what's up with the shoe boxes and what's making you say, about the hobby today regarding shoe boxes?
Yeah. So one of the reasons why we wanted to bring this to light, just because we talk about sneakers all the time, but when we talk about storytelling, the packaging is equally a part of the story. It's the visual aid. All right. When you were a kid, you wanted the Happy Meal toy. But, back when we were growing up, you didn't get a bag, or whatever. You got the Happy Meal box, and then you could, it could be a little place set, like those little things that, I'm making that dramatic example to go back to the sneakers and saying the sneakers are a part of the story. Just the layers in which you unbox it, and it brings the story to life even more. And when we're in such a resale culture, I was just thinking recently, we've had the Powerpuff Girls, Nike SB Dunks, and it went viral. A boutique ended up making to thwart resellers. They made the buyers smash the box before they left the store. Like, I didn't even complete the loop on some of the research. Like, did you still get to keep the smash box, or did they have to throw it away? But again, because the box, so we know that the box has value to resellers, right? Because the box has to have value because you have more value when you sell a shoe with the original box. It also helps with the authenticity to say that was that shoe at that time, and this was and it's legit that you have it. But outside of the box making the shoe have higher resale value, you know, question mark. Where does today's consumer value the box in the story? I love a good sneaker box. Whether it's just the retro, actually going through this, we didn't even talk about this one, but where you got the OG box. All right, look at this. Look at the OG. Oh, this looks like this is the OG Nike box, right? But what does that say? This is the Jordan 12. This is the Jordan 12, the original Obsidian Jordan 12s, all right? So again, just nostalgia. We didn't even, not everything cared until you got to the Jordan brand that had the specific Jordan boxes, because back in the day, you had all of the boxes were all damn near the same, all right? So the OG
What I'm
has
showing
a pair
here
OG
is an
box too.
original. What I'm showing here is an original Nike box. You see how Nike did a good job on that box because this is an original box of the flight posit that I have. And just to show these off a little bit, this is the original 1999 carbon fiber flight posit. So just to show how good they did with the rendition of that retro box. Did an excellent job.
And for our audience, just the Shark never tells a lie. There you go. There's the OG Obsidians. Those are the real ones. 96, 97 ish right there. So again, we didn't have elaborate boxes back in the day. That's why we're talking about, we're just setting the scene for what it was back in the day. But now, in retrospect, it's just like, ooh, we're drooling over a nostalgic box. Even though I wish Nike gave you this quality or whatever. But again, not the same. And then we're talking about more sustainable materials and all that other stuff. So, but when we talk about storytelling, so I just wanted to just give you an example, because we talk about we gave you an episode just talking about the Jumpman history with the Jordan 11s, right? So you kind of knew that there was some extra level to the packaging with the Jordan 11s, but you knew that that was such a sought after shoe. They were doing the annual release with one particular colorway, so you like put more into the box. There was like a couple, we had the shell on top, and then did a plastic sleeve. Did it the same way. And then you had your shoe inserts and all the things that came with it. But I felt like that was more dress up more than storytelling because it didn't like translate all the way through, and then all you're doing is just changing the colors. But Jordan Brand does a good job. If anyone that has the DJ Khaled Jordan 5, that box has a lot going on, and it has a sleeve that comes on and off of those. Some of the newer Jordans, like the 38s, 39s, those have sleeves on their boxes, but they just don't interact but so much. And we don't have like a lot of accessories going on, like with some of the Jordan lines, the Kobe lines, that you have interchangeable pods and sleeves and all the types of stuff that comes with it that calls for the double box or where there's extra things that you unlock with those. But I just wanted to show love to the East Side Golf collaboration that Nike did. These are the Jordan 12s. This box, I would say, is immaculate. The artwork on here deserves to be on a picture frame on a wall. And then this does have a plastic sleeve over top. Again, and then this actually translates to the inside because sometimes the tissue paper has stuff on there, but this translates because it has that clay dirt, like you're in the sand trap over here, and then without having to take the shoes. Let me take the shoes out because even on the inside of this box is like ridiculous. All right, so it's not about the shoes, but just showing you really quick. We got the grass on the bottom. I show you the shoe because now I can lift it up. Look at the inside of it. Now you can see the green grass. There you go. Now you can see it. You see the green grass from like you're on the fairway. All right, and then you have the sand trap tissue paper. Like, yeah, tell me the whole story through the box. All right, and don't make me smash this box if I bought it in the store. But this didn't. It didn't get any hype for whatever reason. This was a very detailed shoe. There's a lot of details on here, and I love when the details from the shoe translate to a lot of details on the box. All right, so good job, Jordan Brand. Nike, you can step your game up. All right, so OG, show us another box that you were talking about. That you're thinking about.
Just showing love to another brand. Again, it's about the storytelling, and one of my favorite boxes. Again, going back to it being personal and personalized. I remember getting my daughter, and I'm talking about it was a fight to get her this doggone Nintendo Wii, the very first generation Nintendo Wii. But we both fell in love with Mario Galaxy, and when Puma decided to do their rendition of the Mario Galaxy with their RSD line and gave us this box. Oh my goodness. Like the details on the box, it looked like it would have come with the game or in a package with the game. And again, going back to what you just showed, the seller to me, as well as not only with the shoes that were done excellently, but the tissue paper, just the details, man. And I'm so opposed to these clear bins and so forth. I know they're good for storage, good for restoration, but how can you smash this box? I mean, even the gloss and everything that they use, this is made to last for a while. So again, them going old school and not being cheap with the branding and so forth. This was just one of my all-time favorite, not only shoes, but boxes, because it told the full story through and through. And again, as Shark always mentioned, that nostalgia. And this shoe at one time, you said Shark was going for like $200, $300 at one point in time with the resale. Yep. And this could have been a shoe that we have been forced to buy and have the box smashed to have the shoe, because these were quote unquote reselling, because there were recalls and so forth, and they were very hard to obtain for a
That
while.
Galaxy, that colorway was the hardest to get, definitely.
And just to show the shoe real quick, here you are, the glow in the dark, the details of, just the video game, and then you got the Mario star, and again the insole. If you could see the insole, it's just like the details. It looked like this is like it would be a part of the video games. We got to wear these shoes to honestly play the video game. That's how good not only the shoe but the box was. So when things are done the right way, you want the full packaging. Like when you buy a car or anything else, you want all the accessories. You shouldn't have to take an accessory away and value or devalue an accessory for me. Doggone it, I'm the consumer.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
paying.
if I'm gonna pay for it, I'm actually paying for the box because
There
that's
you
part
go.
of your production cost. Like then give me the good stuff. So all right, so let's stay with Puma. So I just wanted to, like, if you go to our Instagram page, you actually see a reel where I show the shoe off in more detail. But the mixtape pack that Alexander John did a collaboration with Puma, and Emery Jones as well. And the latest iteration is they did the mixtape because the first one was the cassette. That turned into a little Grail status, I guess, a little, go back to the Grail episode. But, that might have been because it was friends and family only and then a limited release. And then now they came back with a new model, same style, but now went to other forms of music. So you had one for iPod. This one is the CD player. So this meant something to me because I did have a yellow CD Walkman back in the day. And then, so you see it looks like a CD player. The front of the box has the headphone jack that goes around, and there goes the headphones. Just to complete that story, here's the little the panel where you would take out so you could put the batteries in there. Like that's a lot of thought. We got the volume button on there, and again on the top of the box, it looks like what the CD player would look like with the buttons, right? And then let's take it a step farther. When you open the CD player, what you got? The CD. I was like, we still even got to the shoes. Like, thank you, Puma. Like, thanks for the thought and the detail. That's why we like Alexander John's one of our favorite designers and collaborators. And and then again, shout out to Emery Jones, for betting on yourself. Always doing a great job over there at Puma. And then again, now we translate to opening up to the shoe. And then this was such a special shoe because, again, the shoe looked like the Walkman with the yellow, and then you got all the details on the shoe. So again, the details of the shoe. Look at the battery on the tongue. You know, the open case. Like remember the open slide button on the. You know what I'm saying? So like just the details on the shoe. You even got the skip search detail on there. You don't y'all don't even know about the skip protection. You don't even know what that is. You know what I'm saying? So like the detail on the shoe translates to the story of the box. So like not only is the shoe representative of a CD player, like the box gives me the CD, like it tells the whole story. Like I feel like I'm participating in it. Like I feel like I'm like now I'm like back in the '90s listening to my Walkman while I'm going through this unboxing experience.
And Shark, I just saw how the second flap opened and closed. So even that detail of it not sliding out or being
Yep.
loose. Oh my goodness. Like that being smashed and you not having that to obtain. Like, come on now, man. Come on.
Yeah. And then from, we pull back these layers. Just imagine what that boardroom or that meeting room looked like when that concept was presented, and then the iterations of what the box would look like. Again, this is why we appreciate designers and collaborators to have the attention to detail. These are the things that we're looking for. These are the staple with soul material is we go below the surface. We go through all the layers of the material and all the layers of the process. All right. And what we want to highlight a part of this episode before we show you the next one, this is just a pivotal point, is we want you to to learn to have an appreciation for that process, right? And
That
then
part.
maybe you start gravitating to more people when you see like there's effort, time and effort that goes into those things. Like, so add that to the value of your story of when you're seeking a shoe, because that's intrinsic value. Because if you're a consumer, if you had the yellow Walkman, they're talking to you when they make this package for in that example. So listen and receive the message. You know what I mean? And then really, like, it's not a outside young new person influencer that says that this is the thing. It's no, it pushes that button on you because it's personal to you. So always, again, we're always going to emphasize seeking that personal story. And again, the story that's brought to life is not only the shoe, the box, the accessories, but again, we're talking about the box. So, you have any more boxes for us?
Go ahead, Shark. You go.
Well,
I'm just in
we keep
awe
going.
now because the education of that box alone. So even if you weren't a part of that era, you're getting educated on what a CD and a CD player was. That's part of your story possibly as well.
Exactly. So let's stick with the Puma brand again, and then now we're going to do another Alexander John collaboration, but with another a licensed brand. So much like your Mario was a licensed collaboration, we have the Thundercats collaboration. This was actually the second Thundercats collaboration with Puma, but the first with Alexander John. I wish he did the first one. So I don't have the first box for the first edition. That still had more comic book theme on there and tissue paper on the inside. But this, it took it to the next level. And the one reason I picked this box to show is it's still, other than the branded the co-branded Thundercats and Puma, you don't have but so much going on. But it's this scratch that makes this worth the while for me. Because now we're talking about the Thundercats. You got the claw shield. I love this because I actually have a tattoo of the claw shield with the Thundercat sword and the gauntlet is called the claw shield. And the main character Lionel, he would be wearing that. And then your slash. The thing that I want to bring to life here is, and I wish I don't have the pair of the Mellow 3s. I only had the 1 and 2s. But the Mellow 3 has, like, if you have the Mellow Puma shoe, you know that there's a window on all of his boxes. And, you had the Galaxy in the first. Well, the Mellow 3, if you know the way that the print of it, the sole is molded, it does look like, some, animal claw scratch type vibe. So the silhouette for this box is his box. So I thought that this was so clever that they kind of repurposed the style of the box and then just changed the colorway, and it fit this story so well. And, so I just highlighted. I just appreciate the cleverness of of repurposing the resource into something even cooler for a co-branded licensed collaboration. And when you had this same scratch box for your signature basketball shoe, and it totally looks different, but when you do it on a different collaboration, it stands alone. So again, that was an elaborate story just for this box, and the scratch is it. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like you know this particular shoe. Now this one didn't have all the extra tissue paper like I was talking about, but I thought that the shoe had so much detail. Branded on the heel. We have an unboxed episode for this, so you got more details as well on our YouTube channel. Just go to the unboxed playlist and you'll find it. But appreciate the box. I love Thundercats to begin with anyway. So that represented Lionel, Chitara, and Panther. In that shoe. So love it. Good collaboration. We like Alexander John. Like all of his boxes, especially his collaborations with Puma, are there's something special going on all of those. So definitely had to show off another Puma box. So, but before we go, I couldn't leave without showing another special package. This did not go to retail stores. All right. So we have more videos and footage on our channel as well. So we got these last year, but for those that are new that hadn't seen this from us, we love our friends. over at the Curry brand. All right, so here we are, another special box that did not make. We're the only podcasters that got this. Some couple influencers got these boxes, but we're the only podcasters that we got the Curry. So he has a giraffe print on there. You can see because it's already reflecting from my light. The texture on it, it does it is embossed a little bit, so it has a giraffe print on there. And then now this is the bag edition. All right, so when you open this up, you got the moment. What do we talk about with making moments? The moment that made the shoe. So now there's the date, and there's the call from Mike Breen when Curry made the game-winning shot in Oklahoma City, where he just pulled up half court almost, and bang, the three. So one thing that's special, and you can also see this was a special pack because we also had on the inside this insert that it came with. All right, and that insert goes a little something like this, really quick, because it's so special. Again, Curry brand changed the game for good. Double bang, February 27th, 2016. And then what's so special about that is when we open this up, automatically, boom, we got the whole video. Look in there. Now, boom. Now it opens up, and now it's going to give you a clip. Everything. So I'm not going to let the clip fully ride. You can watch that on the other videos that we have on our channel, but just showing you the detail of the box. So again, this is what we like, the details. And again, our friends over at Curry Brand are changing the game for good. Got some great people working behind the scenes, coming up with some great storytelling. And then now these packages that they come with. So again, still telling the story through the tissue paper with the giraffes and the Curry Brand logo. And then again, to top it off, here's your Curry, because this is what he was wearing when we hit him with the double bang. So thanks to our friends over at Curry. Can't wait to see what you have in store for some special editions for the Curry 11, and then also we have the newest member of the Curry team, DeAndre Fox. So he's already stepped out with some cool colorways. So maybe we get a PE release with some special boxes coming up soon, because the way that DeAndre Fox is playing this season, he's gonna be an all-star. So we'll, can't wait for those stories. So definitely wanted to end with just a note, and it's something exclusive that Soul Material offers that you're not going to see anywhere else. And since we're talking about boxes, again, shout out to our friends over at the Curry brand for our special. Look at that. What does that say on the side? Bang. All right. So this is the double bang edition of the Currys. All right. So again, attention to detail. All right. Clarity over popularity. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the popular stuff. When we talk about what things mean to us, details mean a lot to us. This is why we talk about it so much, and this is why we want to share it, because maybe you don't know what to look for, and then you can learn something from the shark or in the OG. So, any last words from the OG before we sign off on we do unbox. I think this was the boxed episode.
Very quickly, hashtag shoeboxes matter. No question. And if you didn't get that from this episode, then you have definitely missed the boat. Shoeboxes matter, and it's a part of the story of the shoe, and you should not be robbed of the entire story of a shoe, and you should definitely not be robbed of you using your own funds to not get all accessories. So we at that point to which if shoestrings in a shoe or laces are going for crazy on eBay, the store is going to take the laces away from you. Like Shark always says, you have the power. So don't support. Get your shoebox. Boxes matter.
There you go. Again, your stories. Invest more in the stories and the stories that mean things to you. And hopefully you get the the things that you want, and you get the total package. All right, I love a good box and some details, and not just a special package. We showed you a special package that went out that wasn't retailer. Sometimes that might come with a T-shirt or something like that from other brands. But we're talking about there's plenty of things in the stores that actually have even more pieces or elements to the story. So just make sure you're tuned in on that. Maybe you like the shoe a little bit more because of the box. Like that used to be a thing. It's like, oh, you only got that because you got one of the packaging. You're like, well, yeah, and but sometimes when you have the Reebok Voltron collaboration, you want the whole box. Just little things like that, and you need them. And like you said in the beginning, like you can look at our background. This isn't virtual; these are real. We literally live this lifestyle, and we're not the ones that take the shoes out and put it in the containers. More power to you. But we're the sneaker box crew. Like we're those levels of OGs that love the original box. And we both showed you boxes that were OGs that held up. You know what I mean? Like we stored it in different places, so sometimes everything doesn't hold up. But we love that nostalgia, and you can really. It's a time capsule. That's going all the way back to exhibition when we talked about time capsules in the very beginning when we started this podcast. So good full circle moment for us to put a stamp on a boxed episode, and there you go, time capsule and storytelling. So to sign off, it's T Mark the Street Shark.
It's the OGEO. Till next time, peace to you.
All right, peace.
Sneaker business talk. It's the Soul Material Podcast.